We had a rider every week for the artists we were booking when we were flying up.
Oh, I went with you to go get
Red Skittles?
It was like it
like
was like Starburst, and then wanted a whole rotisserie chicken.
Okay.
Remember that shit? And the thing is, we're in the Hamptons, dude. This isn't like I could go to Walmart, man. We went to the gas station. We got him a pack of Starburst.
Yeah,
You're gonna get 3 red ones, and the rest, you know. I'm not partying all night. You're partying all night.
Right.
We're not partying all night.
Yes.
I wanted to be a bartender, you know. I was always making the drinks in the family parties. And yeah, and then I saw Cocktail when I was fucking, 8 years old. So I'm like, damn, Tom Cruise is the coolest guy ever. I'm like, I want to do that.
Biggest epic fail in your career?
When I left the casino, lost. I'm like, what do I do in life now?
Yeah.
That really shook me to my core.
Getting fired from the SLS where I met Mike.
Fire.
Yeah, I got let go for drinking, remember? And I don't drink. And I got an offer to go to the Hamptons. I could trust Rockwell like I could trust fucking Amazon.
Love that.
100%.
Fucking take, that's a clip.
Yeah.
That's the main clip of the whole thing.
This is Rock Talk, where we document short conversations with experienced people in the Rockwell ecosystem. And today, I'm sitting with 2 very different but equally important people in my world. One of them I've known for over 15 years, someone who's seen the ups, the downs, and everything in between with me. The other I met more recently, but from the moment we started working together, I quickly developed a deep respect for how he carries himself and how he runs his business. All things we're going to get into today. Both are key players in the Miami nightlife scene, and I'm proud to call them not just colleagues, but friends. Mike and Stan, welcome to Rock Talk. Thanks for taking the time to be here. Thanks for being on time.
Thank you.
Right? Not all our guests are always on time, so thank you for that.
With that intro, wow.
We didn't know how to act. We were the ones late today. It was just one of those things. Okay. So before we get started, I want to go ahead and give a proper introduction to each of you so that anybody listening or watching can get an understanding of who we're sitting with here today. Yes, they're 2 friends of mine, but they're also 2 very influential people when it comes to hospitality industry. And so I'll give a little bit of flowers and a lot of information. We'll start with Stanford Knight, sitting with us today with more than 20 plus years of hands-on leadership in operational hospitality management, has overseen openings and day-to-day operations for some of the country's most exclusive properties, including Discovery Land's Dune Deck and Silo Ridge in New York. Now based in Miami, bringing his experience and approach, which blends discipline, creativity, and people-first leadership. Okay? And we have Michael Crucet, also bringing over 20 years of expertise in hospitality, hotel, and casino operations. We're going to dabble into all 3 of those today, focusing on success and service. Previous clients include Casino Miami Highlight, SLS Hotel and Residencies, Discovery Land's Dune Deck, and the iconic Versace Mansion. Sitting with 2 decades of knowledge today, guys. I want to get started right away and capitalize on tapping into this knowledge with you guys and get you just speaking about certain points that you're all also comfortable with. What's one thing that you guys it's a go-to when you're training maybe existing staff or a new team member? What's one thing that you don't let your team forget?
Oh, again, the teamwork is so important. Okay. To me, it's a pool house. So I made it a pool house.
Bar and tables?
No, bar's on its own.
Okay.
I made the girls on their own.
Okay.
The service charge on top, 20% always goes to support staff. He's a part of the team, and he does all the work that you don't want to do. I need you to sell, be beautiful. So don't forget that I need you. But if you don't know how to delegate that to your busser, then you guys are not working in sync. Think of this as your real estate, right? If you're not telling your maintenance guy or whoever's going to build your house that this needs to be done correctly so we can sell it and make money off of it, then you get stuck with a beat down house. So, it's that, communication, teamwork, the whole hospitality part, they do very good at it. I see it already, and I know why they doing it. It's because the money, right. You're after the bag, at the end of the day. But if you build your opportunity and you're smart, there's some that are, like Mike said, sharks are sharks. You can't. They're not missing.
Those are the ones that you almost have to dial down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, hey, too aggressive.
Calm relax. Let the guy pour out a little bit.
Yeah.
He has 19 bottles.
Had a drink yet. He doesn't need the 20th. Calm down.
He doesn't. But definitely that's what I was saying.
Okay. As far as I've been in the position where it's like you're the person, right, man or woman, behind the scenes making everything go round and round. And then client facing, you just don't know what you do during the day, right? If I'm showing up to a bar, all I know is how long it took you to make that drink.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how long it took you to set up the bar, how long it took you to cut mint, how long it took you to prep the juices, and everything else that goes into a bar. In this situation, what are some details, in your opinion, that guests don't notice but take a lot of effort behind the scenes? What's something that if I probably is a bad example because I notice some of these things, but what is some things that you guys face every week that takes time, attention, detail that Tony might never realize?
Cleanliness.
Yeah. Okay. The whole setup.
And the thing is, like when we first went at cleanliness and organization.
Yeah. Okay.
Like to answer your last question, cleanliness, organization, communication.
Okay.
I think that was where my head was at because when we first got there, none of the setups were even matching. So the first thing, he got on, he's like, oh, Mike, look at these setups. One side, the shots are over here. The other thing, and then so just mirrored setups.
You got to learn 5 different ways of doing the same thing. And you're always lost.
Yeah, I had to literally explain it to them.
Then we had a deep cleaning. Everybody come in. It's going to suck. We don't want to be here either.
Love that.
And completely flip the whole place inside out. Organize everything, guys. Now you know everything.
And as a guest, they'll never notice that it took your time to realize that. But it does give off part of that experience.
Yes, correct.
It makes you walk into somewhere and say, I feel...
You paid attention to
I feel the detail.
You feel it.
I feel... And if we're starting like this just on what I can see, then let's see what I feel based on the service.
Yeah.
Let's see what I feel based on the product.
Yeah.
If you walk into this is my go-to, Jess hates it, by the way, because she's like, I can't go anywhere with you. You ruin everything. If you walk into a restaurant, the first thing you're going to see me do is look for the air vents.
Oh, I know exactly what you're saying.
Okay, because
pretty good.
Correct.
If the air vent hasn't been dusted, that means the air filter hasn't been changed. If the air filter hasn't been changed, nobody here cares about detail. And this is something that's on routine maintenance, which means that it has to be on a list somewhere. Absolutely. Which means that everything else on that list is not getting done.
That means the kitchen air vents where your food is being cooked.
If this is what this looks like, and I can see it, what does your fryer look like? When was the last time you changed the oil? Let's get serious.
100%. 100%.
But if I walk in and the air vents are sparkly, dustless, perfect, I know the kitchen's clean.
Yeah.
And I always tell my girlfriend, I'm going to the bathroom.
I do.
Let me stumble into the
bathroom. The bathroom is my thing. Like when I go to a restaurant bathroom, when it's clean and spotless, I'm like, I love this restaurant 10 times more right now.
It's going to taste good.
Yeah,
you know,
for real.
It does work.
This is my
like
go-to.
Not a squirt of piss on the toilet.
No, you go like this.
I love it.
When you go like this to the soap,
and you
smell it, it's nice. You're
sold.
Like, these people use all types of fancy salt.
Yeah.
Pink salt, Himalayan salt. We got all types of shit back
it's different.
I don't got to go to the kitchen. I already know.
Yeah. And we've been to elite places and,
some have soap and moisturizer.
Yeah.
You're like, wait,
I'm like, whoa, now you guys, come on.
I can put lotion here. It's crazy, but
that's that detail.
That detail is big.
That's you're leaving the meal with fresh hands of lotion. You get in your car.
Yeah. They thought about the whole experience.
Later, you're at a red light. You get a whiff and you think about how good that meal was.
Yeah.
That was intentional. That smell, that association, all that is intentional. And I think I like that you guys went there because I don't think guests put enough. They're not supposed to put the attention to it, right? They're supposed to just like reap the reward of it.
Yeah.
But I think they don't have the understanding. It's like, oh, this place is clean because it's supposed to be. But how much goes into making sure this
it's more
place
the
is
discipline of the staff. Because if you pay attention to those tiny little details, then you're going to pay attention to if, the guy's linen fell on the floor.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing I'd always spot when I worked in restaurants. I'm like, yo, that guy needs a new linen.
It fell.
He doesn't even know it's there.
You're right.
He's wearing white pants. He's gonna dirty as shit. Yeah. And then that's the only thing he's gonna remember. Like, I dirty my white pants that time I went there.
That damn place, you know what I mean?
But now we're on a podcast talking about that restaurant because of the hand lotion and the clean bathrooms. I didn't even tell you what plate or the food we ate there. That was amazing. I'm telling you about the bathroom. Like the bathroom, bro.
And that same guy with the white attention to detail. I hate going to a restaurant, you know, black pants, right? Most people are in black pants that don't pull off the hair in the lip. Don't give me a white napkin. My black pants are white now. I'm going to take my napkin off and it's going to have a bunch of shit that's going to look like I don't want to go out after now. My pants are...
And that details are so important.
It's showing up with your white napkins and seeing that you're in a black pants and go, oh, sorry, I'll be right back. And you bring a black one.
That is money.
I've tipped already in my head and I haven't touched the bread yet.
That's money.
I haven't tasted the bread yet.
That's
just
money.
that detail.
That's money.
I dive into these things and I keep foreshadowing. We're going to get into the service conversation, but it goes with the things you're saying, right? The shark. But also the shark that doesn't oversell, but over services, right? The attention to detail, that it's not just because, you pointed out, if you're pointing out the napkin, then you know that you're going to be paying attention to the other details, but something you left out, the staff also knows that you're going to be looking at the details.
Exactly.
Because you didn't come in and you just said, hey, this place isn't clean, what the fuck? You came in and you say, hey, place is spotless. But why is that napkin still there? And now the next time they clean, they're going to look like if you were. No different than the city of Miami, Miami Beach with you guys. That's you guys,
we're
to
here.
the staff. That should then be the staff to the guest. You know what I mean?
100%.
And that's the trickle down from ownership to permitting to whatever on top of management, and then management on top of staff on top of guests. And at the end of the day, that bridge should never really have to be crossed. You know?
And then sales and profit on its own.
And then we can figure out what to do with the growth and expansion after all this got figured out, right? But this needs to get figured out first. And I don't think this is the focus of a lot of venues. From a neighborhood restaurant to a super fancy, they're not thinking of what we just spoke about. They're thinking about margins on the menu. Well, we need to sell this many steaks this month to clear this amount. If we don't do this, then we can't pay rent. And if you're operating like that, this is not the industry for you. Go pick something more retail, more transactional, right?
More organic than that.
I don't remember who sold me these Jordans. I just know the store I went. Like, go sell shoes, go sell clothes, go sell cars. That's less transactional. I need something, you have it. Let's talk about how I can get that from you. But in hospitality, everybody has food. So why would I come to get your food?
Correct.
And it can't just be because it's the best food. Yeah, that could be part of the reason. But if you just throw a plate at me and it hasn't been washed in 2 weeks, chances are it could be the best food in the world. I'm not coming back to have more of it. Right?
100%.
So it becomes this whole formula.
Actually, statistically wise, 50% of the people don't return back to like 5-star restaurant, 4-star restaurants, Michelin star restaurants. They don't go back just because of that bad hospitality and service that you came and gave me, you know? Like, it's the best food in the world. Yes. I'm not coming back there. I'm going to go to
I paid X amount. The guy, I told him my name 3 times. He still called me Ryan. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, never.
You know what I mean?
Ever.
Like, So, and we'll dive into this a little bit more, but now we spoke about you guys as far as the guest having maybe not an understanding of something that takes a lot of time and detail, like making sure the place is spotless. But continuing down the misconception road, right? What's a misconception people have about what you do as managers?
I think
I've gotten that a lot, right? Like, oh, you're the manager of the venue? Oh, must be nice, XYZ, right? Like,
I mean, they think, because they remember they're showing up to a party. So they think, oh, your job is fun. It's easy. You party all night.
Right.
And I'm like, no, I don't party all night.
Besides, I'm also here Wednesday during the day. And doing a lot of shit.
I get here 2 hours before we open. I'm here 2 hours after we close.
Right.
You know, the sun's coming up.
I'm going
to go home.
Right.
You know, I'm not partying all night. You're partying all night.
Right. I'm working all night at this party that you're partying.
Yeah, exactly. So they think it's all fun and games.
Yeah, you know, that's good.
You know, you'll be talking to somebody and then the radio pops off. I gotta go.
Right.
And then, oh, but wait, stay in. And it's like, again.
What else do you have to do?
Yeah, like come on, man, hang out with me, bro. Like, I wish I could. So yeah, they think that we're just like, I'm not saying it's like boring and it's slow pace. It's fast paced and it's, you know, there's a rush, you know, in the whole operation, but like we're not partying all night. Like,
we're not partying all night.
Yes.
We want to party, but we can't party.
And definitely not all night.
Not all night.
Because then that times 3-4 times a week.
Correct. Now you're just the party.
No, yeah. And then your liver hates you.
Yeah, who's managing the place?
Yeah, exactly.
You know? So I'm glad that's where you went. That's where I was hoping the conversation ended up, but you went first base down the line and took care of that real quick. So that's a misconception I would get all the time at the wharf. Bro, what do you mean, bro? I came to see you. Like, hey, let's hang out. Like, Papa, you know, it's 32,000 square feet. There's 4,640 people here right now. And I have 21 team members that I'm in charge of. Yeah. I've been here for 45 minutes. I gotta go. I gotta go around. I gotta go around. You know, like calm down. I gotta go make a round. You know,
I gotta make sure.
It's funny because me and Mike, bro, we trade off situations and problems to people that think like we're here for like you're not
to
here.
Hang out with us.
He deals, bro. That's why we're a real good dynamic duo because he deals with the promoters and the DJs and mainly the promoters. I don't have time for that. Or I don't want to have because you want to have a conversation. I can't have that conversation.
What do you need?
I want the operational part. Period. Let me go take care of the staff.
I want one sentence answer.
That's it, dude.
What do you need? Blank. Blah blah blah. No. That's too much.
Now you're selling me on why you need it.
That's a no.
He does it so well because he at least gives you a reason and will talk to you. If I'm in the shits or like I'm always on the shits, I just walk.
Yeah.
And then I left you. So perfect, but like
no. Meanwhile, you're
not here for me.
You have a cocktail waitress that the card is declined, and they drank $5,000 worth of champagne,
and you didn't swipe.
And what do you mean we didn't pre-auth? Like what are we talking about here? Right? No.
Real?
Okay. Fantastic.
You need another house bottle, right?
We don't even pre-auth. We swipe.
Yeah. Let me handle this now, right? Meanwhile, the promoter is like, no, you don't get it. I have 10 girls. You don't get it.
Yeah.
1 second.
Yeah.
No, but the DJ needs a water.
Yeah.
Calm down. I got
that's
this thing
one
going
thing that
on. So you got to kind of divide and conquer when it comes to that.
100% that. 100%.
Love that. Misconception wise, like I said, I think I couldn't have gotten a better answer for that because 100%. I've been in those scenarios and it's frustrating, but it's also like comedic.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like
funny.
Like you really think that I'm just here hanging out, waiting to hang out with you.
And the worst is if they're drunk. Because then you're like, just sit down over here. I'll be back.
Right.
Get away from me at this point.
Good luck.
Or if it's family member, my brother. I love you. I always want to hang out with you. I'm working. And when he doesn't get his stuff on time, it's like, see? That's why I got to work.
I'm here hanging out with you and now you're complaining that it's just taking too long.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
And family members that's like, calm down.
So you mentioned DJs, and we're going to have a whole section on like management towards entertainment, but in a blanket statement, how important is music curation and DJ selection?
One of the most important things. You got to have, there's nothing worse than a DJ that sucks or doesn't read the room or doesn't understand what the goal is for the genre. But then if the genre is this and, you know, we just happen to have, you know, a group of 100 South Americans come here and it's hip hop night. And, you know, there's no hip hop people in there. And then they spend 20 G's. You know, we got to kind of shift really quick.
You got to read the room.
Yeah. You know, that's really, it's the heartbeat of the party.
Especially to a venue that doesn't sell food.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right? I could put on Pandora and we're selling food. You're eating that, right? Fire. Good.
And all you need is a little bit of a vibe.
But if I'm selling 99% alcohol, if that's my only revenue here, let's call it what it is. What it is.
What's the 1% hookah?
Maybe at that. I'll put that at the 1% of the door. Right? Everything's alcohol. That's alcohol driven.
Right.
The music better match it.
Yes.
100%.
The energy has to get you in the mood to want to drink more.
100%.
On its own. It's part of the formula. It's part
music,
of the science.
The sound, the lighting, the sound is even more. I'd rather better sound than a better DJ. I could get any DJ.
I agree.
But if the sound, I can mask it and you can feel the vibrations in your soul, you're going to go to the bar.
Yes.
I need that.
I need a drink. This music's too, I'm feeling this vibe. I need a drink and a shot.
Peppy of mine is huge, bro. If I'm having because I played trumpet for 9 years, so I'm very, I trained my ear to know classical, jazz, marching band. I went deep with the trumpet, first trumpet deep, so I knew I have an ear. My biggest peppy in any venue when I'm walking, if I could have a conversation with you and you can hear me, the music isn't loud enough. That means I'm not going to the bar.
Yep. Especially in a venue that's like, I know we said there's no dance floor, but yes, dance driven. Right? You're not in a cigar bar where you're supposed to have conversation.
Yeah.
You're not at a restaurant where the lights are a little further on.
There's obnoxious loud,
right?
But there's right loud where I can't kind of hear you. Let's go to the bar.
I gotta lean in a little, or let's go to the outskirt of the room where the speakers aren't purposely pointing.
Yeah, it's a huge pet peeve of mine. I pay attention. Like, what happened?
For me, it's blown speakers. If I walk in somewhere and I hear that noise, it's like you really don't care about it. No one in the kitchen washes their ass. Like there's no chance, because if you're open right now with that sound and that's okay, I don't know what goes after that. So DJs could be a little particular at times.
Yeah.
And some have even been called a pain in the ass. Okay. So I would like to know, what's the worst rider request you've ever seen? Like, this guy wants 12 red Skittles. Like, what the fuck?
I know where.
In the Hamptons?
In the Hamptons, my guy. We had a rider every week.
We had a rider every week for the artists we were booking when we were flying up.
Oh, I went with you to go get
red Skittles.
It was like it was like Starburst.
It was. I know who the artist was.
Starburst, but only wanted red Starburst, and then wanted a whole rotisserie chicken. Remember that shit? A whole rotisserie chicken.
Underwear, Calvin Klein
underwear. Nice, posisagada.
Yeah. And then I could keep.
He wanted warm pizza, all this.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're in the Hamptons, dude. This isn't like I could go to Walmart and knock that whole list.
Right. No.
This is like, there's like a store that already closed, the main store.
Right.
And then now, man, we went to the gas station. We got him a pack of Starburst.
Yeah,
You're going to get 3 red ones and the rest,
I'll eat the rest. Figure it out.
Rotisserie chicken.
We got like, fuck that,
We got the rotisserie chicken. They ended up not eating the chicken.
Bro, they threw it. They didn't nothing, bro.
They threw everything in nothing. They didn't use one thing. Oh, towels.
The black towels, white towels. It was a long one.
There's a strange stigma that started.
Oh, and a leash.
And a leash.
Yeah, I think it was a leash for their dog or something.
Yeah.
It was a leash. Just the leash. Maybe it was for their dog. I don't know. They're into some kinky shit.
To be fair, these were all big DJ.
Yeah,
off the record, that was.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it was for him.
Okay.
It was fucking annoying. I'm like, I don't give a fuck who it is, dog. I'm not. I don't know who. Where am I at?
On the record. Off the record.
Off the record.
Yeah. Just the name. We can bleep the name out. We can keep the conversation.
Bleep the name.
The real thing is, I think X amount of time ago, I don't want to sound like I know what I'm talking about, because I don't. But there was this understanding in the DJ community where the bigger your rider, or the more pain in the ass it is,
the more you
the more valued you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like, if I'm $100,000 DJ and all I want is 2 waters, I'm not a $100,000 DJ.
I gotcha.
The venue's getting ripped off.
That's a pretty interesting.
But if I'm a $100,000 DJ, it's because I also need 3 underwear, a dog leash, and 48 Coronas, all facing east.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the idea is that the venue's willing to go above and beyond to execute that rider.
Yeah.
And so it's like this level of respect. It's not because I wanted to eat chicken, because I wanted to see if you were able to find me a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And so I think the initial thoughts of these ridiculous riders made sense.
Yeah.
But like in the beginning of this example, for example, a crazy rider would be, I need 2 towels, 3 tequila bottles, 4 champagnes, and a case of beer.
That's reasonable.
Now,
I could do that.
Back then, that was unreasonable.
Yeah.
And then the venue started giving it. And so-and-so would come on, play for 90 minutes, drink 1 beer, 1 bottle of water, pour a bottle of tequila in the ice bucket, and leave everything else there.
Yeah.
And the staff would know at 91 minutes when homeboy gets off, pick everything up and run back before the scavengers come and drink all the free shit that was left over.
Yeah, I do that all night.
So take it off before
I do it to
the
the
scavengers come on.
I do it to this day.
That evolved.
Yeah.
So, okay, now the venues are used to the $40,000 worth of booze that we're asking for, and they're giving it.
Yeah,
so fuck it. Now we need $40,000 in booze and underwear. And now we need candies. And now we need food. And by the way, I'm going to be hungry after the show, so I need a warm pizza. Not just pizza, because I need it to be warm when I'm done. So you got to buy the pizza when my set starts.
That was the weirdest.
I get it.
How do I keep a pizza warm?
You buy it 30 minutes before he gets off.
And it happens when everything closes at 8 o'clock at night.
Bingo. So it's you with a lighter keeping the pizza warm. You know, like, let me heat up the cheese.
Yeah.
It's gotten to a point, I bring this up because I do think it's ridiculous. I think something I always do on the buyer side is like, hey, I got your rider from your agent. You know, most of the time you're talking like the tour manager. What does he need?
Yeah.
I got what you're asking for. What are you going to use?
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10, I haven't had someone fight back on it. where it's like, Bubble, you got the rider, all of it. I've never gotten that.
Yeah.
It's the, hey, what rider did the agency send you? Let me see. Oh yeah, that's our festival rider. Nigga, this isn't a festival.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it's
saying?
not a
Like,
festival.
so it's like, oh yeah, you could cut this, you could cut this. Oh, he's not going with a group, so we don't need 12 bottles of tequila. Just one is fine, right?
Yeah.
Like, and then they kind of dumb down the rider for the buyer.
Yeah.
And it's like, here's what we're actually going to use, right?
Beautiful.
One that was big on that was A-Track. A-Track had the weirdest shit. I think he's vegan completely. So it had the weirdest like protein bars and these cookies and all this weird shit. And you know, I'm the pickiest eater in the world.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about anything when it comes to these type of things. This specific brand of like, you know, the beef jerky thing, like just the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
Hey, tour manager, what is he actually going to use? What time is his show? And it's local? Yeah, he's coming from dinner. We don't need any of this. Just get him a protein bar for on his way home if he's hungry, and not kombucha, but some other weird type of drink like that.
Yeah.
He fucks with that. Make sure that's there.
It makes sense that
No
they
problem.
did it that way, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. So what I learned is don't be embarrassed to ask about the
100%.
rider. Fuck you and your rider. What do you actually need?
Yeah. What do you need?
You know? And if they say, I need the whole thing, why are you asking?
No
Cool.
worries.
You were going to go down that mission anyways. You know what I mean?
exactly.
But nothing worse than being 2 hours looking for a piece of chicken and then throwing it away.
Yeah.
Or you're eating it cold 4 hours later. You say, I'm not throwing this away.
Yeah,
Someone's
I'm
gonna eat
hungry.
it.
He was worth
Somebody
the-
touched it. It still feels.
It's funny because he was worth the rider 100%. He slammed
Tremendo
it.
show.
Oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
bro.
It was worth
But it
it.
was crazy. It was crazy. So I was like, all right, I kind
That's
of get
awesome. All right,
That's
so
right.
we'll transition into a one-word answer. Miami crowd in one word.
different.
Different?
Maybe because I'm old. Damn,
Different's good.
different.
I kind of agree with different. What about you, Mike?
Evolving.
Evolving?
Oh, damn. I like
Damn.
that.
Screw your different.
Yeah, I know. Damn.
Evolving.
Evolving.
All right, love that. Let's dive in industry now. We're talking about the F&B hospitality industry, okay? Where do you see nightlife in Miami heading in the next 5 years? This goes with your evolving.
I think Miami's it's weird. And I think it's transitioning out of, you know, maybe not, I mean, nightclubs always be there,
Mhm.
but like, you know, right now what's big are the club restaurants.
Okay.
So the you know what I'm
the
saying?
money.
Yeah, you know where they are.
As a matter of fact, I've never heard that term and I love it.
So it's the
Yeah,
club
that's
restaurant. It's a term. So like,
Got it.
you know, you have your dinner, but then you stay and you party.
Got it.
And, you know, the venues are out there. I'm sure you know they are. I don't want to
Yep.
say
Yeah,
any
yeah.
of
We
them,
don't
but
have to highlight them, but we can. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
so that, I mean, it's a genius concept. Like, you know, they're going to spend all this money on dinner. Why have them leave when they could just stay and party with us?
Mm-hmm.
And
It's the hotel concept.
yeah.
You're staying here. You're paying us to stay here. Why would we not
also
have a nice restaurant for you to eat at?
In
And-
an odd way, not to cut you off, in an odd way, it's also I keep saying Flanagan's, but it's because I heard it on somebody else's podcast.
Okay.
And it's true. It gives you the music and it gives you the food, and you will not leave. So it's moving towards that. But now the bigger guys up there are like, we kind of could do the same thing. We have the DJ, we have the food. Let's just go down a little bit on.
Instead
Bigger-
of football on TV, we have the aerobic dancers coming out and
Correct.
all these kind of dinner
It's a
shows.
bigger
that are
bang
coming
for
with
your
it.
buck.
Correct.
Absolutely.
So
Bigger bang.
Even presentations, right? Presentations years ago was just bottles.
yeah.
You brought the sparklers or the
Yeah.
sign after that, or the crazy custom signs.
Yeah.
But now you go to Bobby Steak and it's, you know, there's a presentation with your steak.
yeah.
Like, bro, I just wanted to eat. What's going
Yeah.
on here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion, some places I think are going way too above and beyond in
Yeah.
that class, in
Yeah.
that category. They're almost preventing themselves from being local spots. You have to be a tourist to go there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is not good because in 4 or
Yeah.
5 months of the year,
That's the
nobody's
main
there.
point that you
Exactly.
said.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm on vacation, if we're in Vegas, we want to get treated like we're in Vegas, right? But when I lived in Vegas, I didn't eat in the strip.
Ever.
Never.
You ate in all the local spots, right? So
And they're-
I think there might
Amazing.
be a little bit for those high-end places to take a piece of that
The
pie,
neighborhood.
the neighborhood, and almost like, hey, if you have a local ID, here's what the restaurant's about.
Yeah.
100%.
And if you don't have a local ID, here's what the restaurant is.
Yeah.
Right? And Vegas was big on that. Like, when I lived there wasn't a club that if you walked up and you're like, here's my ID, I live in Vegas and I'm in the industry, they're all, what line, what cover, come on in, you belong here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then we don't mind comping you everything because you're going to have 6 drinks. Great. This guy's paying $48 a drink because he's paying the tourist
Yeah.
price.
Yeah.
So we don't mind taking care of our locals.
100%.
But now transitioning to the restaurant, yeah, this guy's paying the $1,000 steak. But if I'm a local, I should be able to get the $100 steak somewhere.
100%.
And I don't think these venues are applying to that.
100%.
And if you tell me they're sold out every night, they don't want it, cool.
Yeah.
But that's not what I see.
That's not what
There's
it is.
empty tables in every place that
100%.
we've mentioned.
100%.
So I think there's a little bit of a curve going to the evolving question. I think it's evolved. Now they need to bring it back, and then we need to continue to evolve in other spaces.
And the other part of that is like a lot of places that are surviving and are becoming trendy are the lounges and the bars, like the smaller spots. Because now everyone's like, all right, I'm over the clubs. I've been doing that for years. I don't want to go spend $1,500 on a dinner at this place where, you know, it's expensive. I want to go to a lounge. Maybe we just want to talk shit. So we'll go to the lounges and the bars and they're popping up. And right now, you know, you don't need a big marketing agency. You know, you could have a little food truck or a little lounge or a bar and, you know, hit a reel or a trending TikTok or hire 3 foodies, you know, hey, post me, come eat or come to my bar. I'll make some drinks for you and you blow up. And then now, you know, you're using the power of social media and, you know, you don't need a big advertising agency or, I mean, it's evolving in the sense of like, you don't need what you used to need 5-10 years ago in order to be a successful venue.
Correct.
If you have good customer service and you have the right people working for you and you have the right products and the right marketing behind it, as far as like, you know, what I just mentioned, you can win.
Yes.
And so right now, that's what Miami... Huh?
Why do you think these places are becoming important again? Because they existed, right?
Yeah.
The Grove was full of that.
Yeah.
And the Grove doesn't exist anymore and it came back as Grove 2.0.
Yeah.
So, but now we're saying that, you know, people, tourists or locals, both are looking for that bar that got knocked down and rebuilt, right? So like, why is society coming back to this? When Live opened, people were only going out to nightclubs. Like Mokai was that weird small nightclub. It was almost an ultra club, I think is what it was called. Right? So, but it was that. You were going out, you went out. Now the trend, I agree with you, is you want to go grab a drink? Let's go to this place. We know that it's not going to be a mission. We know that, you know, the XYZ.
No cover.
Drinks
probably aren't going to be $25.
It's more bang for your buck.
There won't be tax, gratuity, entertainment, service charge, this, that, all these hidden fees. You get to, like, how much for this? $12. Cool. Let me get the bill. $38. How the fuck?
Amazing. Like, how?
Yeah, how did that happen, right? Like, it was quick.
Yeah.
You know? So, what would be, why do the 3 of us like going to those places now? And don't say it's because we're old, because I think, like, you know, my nephew's 17 and his age group is not trying to get into nightclubs with fake IDs.
Yeah, because I mean, I think not the millennials. What's after millennials?
Gen Z is it
Gen
after?
Z. Studies are coming out that they're drinking a lot less than previous generations.
I bet.
So, you know, everything's transitioning right now. The way to make money, the way to work, you know, everything is it's not how, like when we used to go out and, for example, us 3, I don't think us 3 would ever go to a nightclub and pop bottles.
Right.
If we went to Vegas, we'd probably link up with a DJ. After we sat down and had dinner, we'd probably go to a cigar lounge, have some cocktails, and be like, hey, you know, my guy's spinning over here at Omnia. You guys want to pass by for a little bit? We'll pass by for a little bit and we'll probably leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like, hey, let's go to a nightclub tonight.
Let's unpack that. And I don't have any of this written, but since we're going there, I love this conversation. Let's take early 2000s, 2010s.
Yeah.
So 2005 to 2015, let's take that 10-year window. In that time, Live opened. In that time, Mansion was a thing. Cameo, all of Opium Group. In that time, Story was a thing. In that time, the Hard Rock had Passion and Pangea and all those nightclubs. It was just nightclubs everywhere in South Florida, right? Why would we go to a nightclub back then? What were those reasons?
Because remember, there was no social media.
Yeah, you wanted to be seen.
Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else to it. It's you wanted to be seen.
You wanted to be seen.
From people at the door seeing you dap up the doorman. So that's the credibility that I'm cool.
How did you get the line?
I know the guy.
How'd you get in?
How'd you get in?
How did you get the wristband?
What wristband? I don't need one. They know who I am.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Right? Like, there was a status depending on a lot of different variables. How you did something, what you did, why you did it, what could you get away with doing, right? Hey, nobody on the couch, but I can because I work here. Now I'm the only dude on the couch in the club, right? That whole hierarchy of belonging, I think nightclubs were able to give that. I think nightclubs need to figure out a way to be a consistent spot versus I only go there for someone's birthday or this big DJ. Yeah. I think there's a reason why Opium Group survived in all these small rooms without Tiesto having to play. And it was because, maybe there was a $1,500 minimum. Yeah, but the bottles
demand,
were $300.
But the demand too also went up if it ever got high.
Yeah, right,
but the bottles.
But I'm saying a $1,500 minimum. Man, I don't want to spend $1,500 a night. But I got 5 bottles and a movie and a parade and the experience and everybody had a great time.
Bigger bang
I'm not mad at spending it.
100%.
I'll come do it again.
100%.
Right? Or I'll make sure that I get the right friends to come and split it next time. Like, there's another, I don't think nightclubs are thinking like that.
At all.
So then I'll ask the next question because you guys would know better than I in this point. How many nightclubs in South Florida are owned by people from South Florida?
I don't know one.
Is Emmy from South Florida?
Yeah, but he doesn't really own a nightclub.
But he did.
Well, he did. Yeah.
I mean, I think he's the only.
Well, I guess then half of the owners of Space, right, are Miami guys.
But I would say like all the other ones, like we're talking about, everybody knows in the industry we're in, you know, I don't know if Grutman's from Miami.
If not, he was raised here.
Yeah. But those are the only 2 I would say because the rest are definitely not from Miami.
Yeah. They're imported in.
Think about your favorite venues.
And it's so funny because I went like deep, like ancestral. I was like, no, I don't know where the question is going, but I know who runs it.
Yes.
And this whole thing, and it ain't people from.
It ain't people from Miami.
They might not even be American.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot of French, a lot of Brazilian.
A lot of French, a lot of Brazilian, Russians.
I come over here with money. We're going to open a spot. They team up with the guy to manage it. But like, this might be a little bit of that disconnect then, right? Because Emmy is from Miami, and there's a reason why everyone in South Florida went to the wharf. Because it was built for people like us.
Yeah. Exactly. He paid attention to the masses.
Yes.
He's not like, you can't get in here.
Right.
He's like, no. You could, you know, for that one guy that likes that 1%, but this is for everybody. Everybody here.
The 1% guy come, look, we have a line for you and it costs this much. Everyone else, go down the sidewalk and you'll be in within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Those lines.
I enjoyed the work.
Yeah.
I always used to get this call. Ready? Oh shit. They're pulling up the line all the way to the parking lot in the corner. You know, the round one, right? You guys, everybody's seen that.
Yeah.
And then they go, oh shit, let me call Brian because the line's crazy.
Yeah.
And they would call me. I'd be like, look, it's going to go quick. Call me in 10 minutes if you're not in. Never heard back from them.
Yeah.
10 minutes later, they're in. Because it's not you're holding the door. There's whole theatrical.
Yeah, they're just checking ID.
ID go, right?
Yeah.
Like, come in and spend your money.
Yeah.
And I think Miami, I hope to see Miami continue to evolve where they provide places for people in Miami. Because now we have such a big influx of people that live here that aren't from here, right? Chicago, New York, Texas, California by the boatload, right? Like, but they now live here.
Yeah.
So these places still need to operate for people that live here.
Yeah.
There's not enough tourism to go around, which is why there isn't 100 clubs on South Beach anymore. There's 4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Grutman is from Naples.
Naples.
Oh, yeah?
Went to high school and everything over there.
Look at that.
There you go.
There's your answer.
There's your answer. And to be honest with you, his spots are not for Miami people, but when Live opened, it was.
It was.
Yeah.
The high-end Miami person, the cool private school kid with a little bit of money, like that's where you were going on a regular. 100%. You were there Thursday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Thursday night house, Saturday night open format, Sunday Live on Sunday. It was a thing that you can go multiple times. I don't know the last time I went to Live.
And then to add to that, the last time I went was for his birthday a couple months ago. Before that, couple years. But the crazy part is that all these venues are ran by Miami people.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're the ones running it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they own it.
And if you haven't been there in years, who's going?
Yeah.
Straight tourists.
Yeah.
You have to rely on the tourist dollars.
Tourists is what brings
because I would rather go to El Típico, right? To go chill on a Sunday, go vibe.
Sure.
They're not going to murder me on the bottle. I could get food, beers, good music, dance floor vibing. Shout out DJ Red, DJ Junior. Shout out you guys. But, you know, it's home there. It feels like home.
Yes.
But there's a bang for my buck, you know?
There's no...
And that's why that club has been an iconic staple for a long time.
What, 30, 40 years?
Yeah. Why? Because they're not going to kill you there, bro. They're not going to do it.
That's crazy.
And it's a community thing, bro. That's what's important.
Well, I hope to see the city evolve into, you know, and again, it doesn't have to be one thing or that's the only thing. Vegas did a very good job with the local program.
Yeah.
Like there's ways to capitalize when you have an empty table.
Yeah.
I'm not saying sell it 3 months ahead for the night where Diplo's booked for $300, right? You know you're going to sell out that night, but maybe give the guy a good experience that night so that they come 12 other times after 100%. On nights that there is no Diplo.
100%.
You know, and it's affordable. So, all right, Mike, I got something specifically for you. If I asked you 20 years ago when we first met, what did you think the Miami nightlife scene was going to be like today? How close or far would you have been?
I would have been very far.
Very far.
I would have expected just nightclubs because remember, in our time it was Coconut Grove and the beach. There was no in between.
That's it.
Wynwood was murders and it was the hood. There was no river.
Wasn't even
there was no downtown because downtown's coming up now with bars and lounges.
No Doral.
There was no Doral.
No Doral.
There was nothing. It was.
You did have up north in Broward, yeah.
Fort Lauderdale was like
it wasn't what it was.
Fort Lauderdale was like our little cousin that was like 16 years old.
Here's my fake ID trip for me.
You know what I mean? Fake ID. So here's your fake ID. You're 16. Now it matured, but it was just because it was clubs in Coconut Grove and clubs on the beach.
Yep.
Like the bars is you'd go pregame, have a couple of drinks, meet with your friends, hit the club.
Correct.
100%.
And then you're listening to Power 96. Where's the club at tonight? Right? Because there was no Apple Tunes. There was no. This didn't exist, bro. We were texting.
Yes.
On our phones.
On our sidekicks.
So on our sidekicks. So it was like Power 96. Where's the party at? And then it was guerrilla marketing, bro. Text messages like,
it was
hey,
real
the flyer. It was flyers posted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we had to go through? Like
you get to your car, you're like, what is this? Oh, hey, maybe I'll go. I didn't know so.
Promoters have it a lot easier nowadays than they did back then, bro.
That's
so. And I was a bartender. I was vibing with promoters and you know what you guys did, but I was still like intertwined in the world. And I didn't expect it to be like this. You know, I always thought Coconut Grove was going to be Coconut Grove. The beach was going to be the beach. And then now Wynwood evolved.
Mm-hmm.
But then now, you know, Wynwood is kind of going down because they're taxed. They think, oh, we're the beach now.
They're the new beach.
They're the new beach. But now places are closing.
Yes.
Gramps just closed.
Yes.
Gramps, they've been there 13 years.
Crazy.
And that's a place where the drinks are the cheapest in Wynwood, where the overhead is the cheapest in Wynwood, and they're closing.
Yep.
So it's like, I didn't expect it to be like this, but because now you have the river, now you have down. So for me now, I'm like, damn, what's going to be the play in the next 20 years?
Correct.
Because right now, if this happened, now we have experience and like, all right, anything is possible.
Yeah. No,
so we got to start.
We know how it moved.
We got to start thinking.
The next big wave is downtown Miami.
Yeah, for sure 100%. We're calling it. Downtown is going to be, it's going to be the wave.
Why?
Because think about it. Downtown is the heart of every city.
Okay.
Why is ours full of homeless and, you know, shitty? I mean.
And in the 1950s, downtown wasn't what it was, what it is now.
Downtown was,
for sure.
Like, it was the spot to be downtown.
It's honestly the heartbeat, like you said, bro. It's the heartbeat.
That's where everybody works in a city.
You got the financial district of what, United States? You have every single bank there.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is there. Brickell is huge. Then you have the 11 people and that whole World Trade Center, you know, that's happening. District. What happened here? What happened?
Yep.
No.
So Mana was a powerful driver, you know, behind Wynwood.
Right.
And now, you know, with his help, the city put $500 million into Flagler. So if you drive by Flagler, it's a nightmare right now, but they're remodeling all that. And we actually were walking with Mana's brother and they're literally rebuilding that whole thing.
That whole thing. You have
Flagler, downtown is getting rebuilt.
The beach there.
If we can't save it, if the building's too run down, you know, forget the history. We can't save this building anymore. They'd rather save it and preserve it. But if they can't, they're tearing it down and they're building. So now it's like Wynwood when like Gramps first opened up.
Yeah, sure. The beginning of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like when Shots first opened up.
The only good thing that I see is that downtown already has an infrastructure of people that live there.
Exactly.
Yes.
Wynwood opened, nobody lived there yet.
Nobody would have to go there.
Yeah.
So it was harder for them.
It was harder.
So
downtown, I think, would be easier in this transition because it's already been
in the middle of
and
everything.
There has been homeless and there's been crime, and it is quote unquote the hood. But like after a Heat game, you could walk by there by yourself.
100%.
Where in Wynwood, when Wood was open, don't make the wrong left, homie.
Do not.
You're getting robbed.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
You might get killed.
Don't do that.
In the Grove too. You had that same.
Grove too.
For sure.
The Grove was probably.
I'll never forget 13-year-old Brian walking with my boy George Paez, and we went the wrong way. We were trying to find 609.
Oh my God.
And instead of going east, we went west.
Oh no.
And we were going down Grand Ave. Look at the goosebumps.
Yeah. Grand Ave is scary.
We ended up
609 was on the third floor, right?
The second floor.
Where Banana Joe's used to be.
No.
That was Margarita Mountain.
That 609 was
609 was this wood office complex that on the second floor had like a huge event space that would open as a club on the weekends.
Yeah. I know where it's at.
I could hear the ad on Power Night.
Apple Bar.
6 Oh
yeah, no, it was just
Remember
like
that
that. 100%.
Oh,
bro.
remember where all ages were for Life?
Life.
Oh, yeah.
Right in the corner.
Was the upstairs of that.
Yeah.
So Life is the downstairs of where 609 was.
That was crazy,
all right.
bro.
So me and my cousin are leaving Cocoa Walk. My parents, drop us off in the Grove. You can't leave Cocoa Walk.
You cannot.
You can't walk anywhere. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go to 609, right? We don't make the left. We make the right. I am in yellow Epic shorts from Doral.
The cotton ones?
The cotton from Dolphin Mall.
Yeah, the Epics, bro.
Sean John Talty. Jordan headband holding up my blowout because my hair was too straight to stand up. So I would have to have the headband to stand it up. And Reebok Classics. We're 13. We look 13. And we're just marching down the hood, down Grand Ave. And we get to like a Quick Mart that is down the block.
You'll see a Quick Mart.
We were in it.
Yeah.
There's this lady on like the little horses that you put a quarter to ride. Like the little toy horse. And she's off the rocker, literally. She looks at me and my boy. Bro, it's like saying like looking at you two. Are y'all twins? We look nothing alike. We're nowhere near anything close. And I looked at her and I looked at my boy and I go, we're in the wrong spot. We gotta go.
Yeah,
she was just like missing teeth looking at her. Are y'all twins? I looked at my boy like, dog, are we twins? Are you fucking crazy?
Maybe we're fucked up and she's on point.
No, highly not.
Yeah.
So that was yes, you could get lost in the Grove. And again, no ways, I'm lost. Let me put Cocoa Walk. No. Where did we come from?
Nah.
When 100%. Did we make that left?
100%. We had MapQuest in those times.
Let's go back. Yeah, you had to print it. You couldn't look it up on your phone.
Have you been in the Grove now?
Yes.
Where I used to live. Like, let me drive by. I used to live there for 3.5 years. You remember Green Street days? I mean, let me go see how the place looks. That house is demolished.
Now
it's they're putting a lot of what do you call them? Like fourplexes. But like the one where
like
it's
the
like
townhomes.
it's like 800,000 for one half of it. So like all of those are being developed. So like the gentrification is
those
pretty much
genius because homie gets the floor plan permitted once.
Oh yeah.
And now you can copy paste. So I'll get a new permit.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously some of these landowners, they've had those homes for years. So you're gonna come in and be like, I'm not going to give you 800,000 for this house. I have to demolish it. I'll give you 400 grand cash.
You're right.
And you're
not going to live there. You're going to knock it down. You need 6 months before you live there.
But then they sell it for 1.2 after they do everything. I mean, it's looking nice, but it's like, wow, it used to be, now there's lights. Like you're driving, the hood is disappearing there. Like
it's shrinking.
It's really like now I'm like, oh, you could walk here at night maybe.
You're outnumbered.
Yeah, you're outnumbered.
It's what's happening to Wynwood and what's happening to Overtown. Little by little, if you go by, they demolish the projects and now beautiful, it's arising, beautiful spots. It has to.
Little Haiti is called the Magic City Innovation District now.
Yeah,
Little Haiti, like the hood is disappearing because it's just like the gentrification's happening everywhere.
Supply and demand.
Yeah. Correct.
If the Gables was empty, that would never happen.
Yeah.
But the reality is that it's unlivable. You can't buy a house in this area.
Yeah.
So we need to make other houses nearby.
Exactly.
And you're not going to do that in North Broward.
Yeah.
No, you're going to push the hood up. You're going to push the hood west. You're going to keep, kind of growing from downtown.
Yeah.
But back on the topic of downtown, I do agree that it's needed a little bit of a pop. I forgot which stadium was supposed to go there that didn't go there. Was it Marlins Park?
Yeah, I believe so.
Was it Marlins Park?
They had a plan for it. Yeah.
That was the plan? Okay. Maybe that hindered a little bit of it because I feel like if in other cities, when you go to downtown, you have the baseball field, the basketball court, the football stadium, and it's all kind of within. Then you have a sports bar that caters to all the home teams, and it's this whole thing. Miami, you got to go to fucking Broward for football. You got to go to Little Havana for baseball. You got to go to downtown for basketball.
Yeah.
It's kind of missing a little bit of that glue. But if nightlife can bring that glue to downtown, wouldn't that be amazing to leave the heat game and be able to go somewhere that isn't Mama Tribe?
Amazing.
Or that isn't Bayside.
Amazing.
Bayside is like,
we're not doing that.
I mean, I don't, and I used to work in Bayside. So like nothing against Bayside, but like, and I live literally right across from the arena.
Yep.
And I see Bayside, I see everything.
Locals don't go there.
I'm not going to Bayside ever. No, you could put whatever you want in Bayside. I won't go. But I'll go to Mama Tried. I'll go to Lost Boy.
The minute you walk into Bayside, you know you're a tourist, even if you're from there.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get treated like a tourist. The pricing for tourists, like, the concepts are
I live here, bro. I know what you're doing.
That's another thing that needs a locals program.
100%.
Show your ID that you live in Miami, 50% off everything.
And local restaurants and all that, like, local things. And imagine a Flanagan. Shout out Flanagan's, bro. But imagine a Flanagan. But imagine a Flanagan's in Bayside.
And that it's not double the price on the menu just because it's in
Bayside. They'll kill it, bro.
They'd crush.
They'll
Everyone in downtown would have something.
They'll kill it.
You know what's funny? I've recently have worked with some of the projects on Bayside. A lot of the Uber orders are locals.
100%.
Because they want the pizza or the wings or whatever that's from Bayside, but they wouldn't get caught dead walking.
Never.
I'd ordered it from Sandwich.
There you go.
Bayside.
There you go.
I've ordered from Sandwich
too, and they're fire.
We'll move on. Stan, I got something for you.
Okay.
The last one was for Mike. This one's for you. Is service and hospitality the same thing?
Absolutely not. If I were to answer it, I always get, because I like to tell my staff that it's the most important thing. Service is black and white. I've heard that.
Okay.
Unreasonable hospitality. Great book.
Just finished that book this week.
So it's a great book, and it really is what it is. Service is black and white. Hospitality is color. Right.
Okay.
I can give you everything that you need. Your menu, your apps, your dessert, your coffee, your water refill, suggestions, and that's service. I can get you all that stuff, but the hospitality part it's an experience. Like, why do I go to the Puerto Rican spot? Why? Because they know me by name. They anytime I come, and sometimes the owner love them to death. We don't get a bill, and we don't go there because we can afford going. But the fact that we don't get the bill, it just added this like, that's my brother.
Yeah. You have to shout him out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's hospitality. Why am I? What did you? It's not like, I don't want people to think that I have to go above and beyond. Here's master. No, they're not looking for the master. They're looking for hey, Stanford, how you doing? How the kids doing? Are they good? Hey, do you want the same neat? Is añejo fine for you? Yeah, that's perfect for me. Bottle of water? And I didn't even ask for it, and the bottle of water is there already, because the next thing you don't want to just drink water.
Yeah, facts.
Anytime
especially
I take
anything neat.
Anywhere I work, bro, anywhere I work with owners and big bosses or people they know or special, whatever, we are known for taking care of it. Here's your bottle of water without you even asking. And I want you to know that I see you as a human, and don't think of it as me kissing ass or any of that. I'm just going to take care of that special moment for you.
Better care of it.
Like when the partners come to the club, there's waters, Red Bulls, and a bottle of champagne. They're ready. I don't care who's coming with you. We'll do the show. But before you got there, how nice is it just to pick up the champagne app?
Yeah. The show and everything is great, and it's coming, but I don't want to keep you waiting.
That to me, that you know that I did that and know that I always got that, man, that's everything to me. That's hospitality. I like to host. I have a love for it.
Hearing you say that, and let me see if I got it right. Service, there's steps to it.
100%.
Right? Good service has to be done in a certain way, right? Don't bring me the dessert before bringing me my food, right? Like there's steps to this service. Hospitality, and this is actually a definition that I used to use a lot in trainings. What I would define hospitality as is exceeding your expectations by 1%.
100%.
Whatever it is that you're coming here expecting, I want to pass it 1%.
100%.
Just that 1% is what's going to leave you. It's called a raving fan, right? I left here talking about the 1%, not about the food, not about Tony, not about Tanya, the 1%, whatever that was, right? For you, it's get me a bottle of water if I'm drinking something neat without me having to ask for it. Yeah. Right? For someone else, it might be, a big one to me, and not because it's a big one to me, but because it's just hospitality. Don't point.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the restroom? Oh, I hate you.
Yeah.
Where's the restroom? Wow, so welcoming.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah.
This is hospitable.
Yeah.
How about this one? Restrooms this way. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Walk my ass to the bathroom.
That's
the 1%.
With that 1%, the opportunity, with the opportunity that you build. That's how Mike builds opportunity.
You just got 20 seconds to talk with him.
I take him everywhere.
Yeah.
You want to smoke a cigarette? I'll go outside. I'll smoke a cigarette with you.
Let's do.
Not really, but I'll walk him to the valet. I'll walk him to like, are you? I want to see you get safely into your car. Yeah. I want to make sure you're okay.
No, you hit it on the spot.
That is hospitality, and it's different. The tricky part about hospitality, which I love, why you say it's not steps. To everyone, it's different.
Yeah, because and you can't. I'm sorry, you cannot teach that.
You can't.
That has to come. It comes from birth.
Yes,
it comes from how. I'm sorry.
Desire.
It comes how you were raised.
Yes.
How do I want to take care of you?
Yes.
What is it? And don't come into the industry because it's all about how I want to take care of you. Because there's a value in that.
Right.
And that you can make money.
Sure.
Right. And there's a value in service. But if you got that,
you could also make relationships.
And that is where.
That's where your next job comes from.
Yeah, or your career.
Because your career comes from.
100%. It happened to us just because of hospitality. Everything we've gone through the last 10 years.
1,000%.
Everything has gone
that is normally how the hospitality industry works.
100%.
You are hospitable, so someone recognizes it 100%. And gives you your next opportunity to be more hospitable for them.
100%.
And if it's the right person that is noticing, then they're the right person to work for because they already noticed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know? And I think Miami does a good job with hospitality, but owners or ownership doesn't do a good job at teaching hospitality. I think the people from here are naturally good at it.
Yeah.
But we are not going above and beyond as an industry to show it or to teach it.
Yeah.
And so DJs are not the only ones reading rooms these days.
No.
It goes to the example of the lime falling. Yep. Bring them a lime before they have to ask 100%. For it. That's hospitality.
100%.
Service was you took the shots on a tray, you followed these steps, you 100%. Did it this way, cool.
100%.
But live the moment with them. Like be present.
And it's funny that you say that because that's my main goal anywhere I go into moving forward. And it's funny because when you came into the picture at how I got to know you, I was intimidated as fuck. I was so uncomfortable because I was like, wow, he really is so structured and the reason I have all my SOPs, you were the beginning of that for me. Because I'm very 20 years deep in this. Let me show you how to do it.
Sure.
That's good method, but also a guideline, a way to show you where to start, or always to go back to kind of fine tune is that, right? Yes. So you could always learn service through steps of service and SOPs, great. But hospitality, you got to be taught that.
Yeah, that's like
know.
That's the why, not the how.
Yeah.
That's the DNA.
That's the beauty in it. And I always want to fight for that because it's true. You know, we focus on just sales and profit, and you miss out it's okay if you give them 3 bottles. We already made 500.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. It's all good.
We made bread.
Trust me, he's gonna come back because you gave him 3. And he's gonna buy 4.
Yes.
Exactly.
And bring his cousin because he knows the owner took love. And there's profit in that.
And there's prospect and there's growth. And growth matters so much in this industry. 100%. And clearly we identify nightclubs are lacking growth.
Yeah. Because 100%. We're not evolving.
Not packed there right now.
It's not evolving.
Which is
straight up nuance.
So, all right, let me tie this into now. We spoke about the staff, we spoke about hospitality, and all of that ties into accountability and culture. Okay. So I want to ask, how do you build this culture, accountability, and loyalty within the teams you've been a part of? Why are people loyal? Why are people accountable? And what does all of that breed the culture to?
I'm going to go with the coach. I mean, to me, the coach is so important because that's where your fundamentals are. It's just not, let's just see each other. In most cases, you know, especially seeing it at a management level, you see the company a lot more than your actual family. So you have you have to build some type of good culture. You can't have these, and we deal with a lot of interesting people, especially in the management side, right? So my culture is so important. It's like, we're not here pointing fingers. We're here being accountable for mistakes, right? You made a mistake. Cool.
We all do.
Let's all do. Don't chitter chat. Don't have side conversation. Don't be a cancer. We all make mistakes. I could honestly say in the 10 years I've ever managed, I probably fired maybe 3 or 4 people, bro. you would think I'm the guy that fires people. I'm the guy that really like, sit down. You fucked up. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to suspend you and I'm going to hurt your pockets a little bit, but you come back.
There's got to be
knows how many
consequence,
times I fired. Like, just chill. Let them chill, man. You know, and our people ride with me to the end, bro, because they know I built that culture. But it also had, in a company, it has the money has to match.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
People are there for the money.
Yeah,
They don't care about no culture or none of that.
They do, as long as the money's there.
But the money has to match up.
Right.
Be right with it. And you can build a culture. And then you can build legacy. And then you can build sales and profit.
Yep. And the idea is, honestly, you're building the next generation of it, right? Like,
100%.
I think this industry is very scared. I think the word's scared.
100%.
Because then you're going to take my job.
Yeah.
I don't want you to know what I know. I want you to know what you know and keep you right there. And as humans, there's 3 things that every human...
You did great. I mean, not to cut you off, you did great doing that for me. Because I didn't come... And I don't say that because I'm in your podcast.
Yeah.
I say because we actually worked together. And I was like, fuck, I felt threatened.
Good.
And I was like, what the... And then I said, you know what? I forgot. It's a gift. God is giving you something. Learn, look.
Yes.
I have over 35 fucking SOPs. Ask him. It's true.
Yes.
It's an SOP for everything. And it's a guideline. You might not do it, but like read it. Now you read it, right? Because I know
we have
what
expectations.
you were.
Yeah, exactly.
You were the one that changed the entrance to a certain way. Why don't you do it this way and then do it this way? And I was like, no, but you are in the frame. Stan, let him come out. Pay attention. Look. And you know what? I said, you know what? I'm a student. My bad, God. I'm sorry.
You take it from here.
You take it from here. And I wrote and I listened and I applied. And that part of teaching is very important.
Humans need 3 things. And I forgot where I heard this recently, but it hit a soul. And to a point that I remember it without having to look at what I wrote down. You need growth. You need progress. You need growth. And you need expansion.
Yeah.
Love that.
And that's in everything. And they're different. You might think those 3 words go together. Progress is, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but we're making progress towards it.
Yeah.
Growth is, I learned what the fuck I'm doing. Now I want to grow.
Yeah.
So you're back in the figuring out stage, but you have a good foundation. Yeah. And expansion is, I figured this shit out. Let's do more of it.
Yeah.
And as a human, you need that.
Yeah.
And so if you're a insert position here, it could be a bartender, a busser, it could be any position that isn't, let's say, management. Human nature is going to show you 2 things. One, you're going to outgrow the industry and you're going to go do something else eventually. Or you're going to grow within the industry and you're going to learn and grow in what it is that you're doing.
Yeah.
And as an employer, as a manager, if you are not offering that to your team will not be there much longer. Because they will go somewhere that offers it.
Exactly.
100%.
And that goes with the culture that you were talking
100%.
about. That's the culture piece.
100%.
I don't know how many times in life, including right now, and thank you for that, because that's my reward in life. In everything I do.
That's a fulfillment.
It's a fulfillment. Yeah. Beyond the check. Yeah. Yes, I got paid to do certain things while I was there, but I did them the way I did them because of the fulfillment of what it brings. I have internships here from Belen every year. Yeah. People are like, bro, why do you fucking go out of your way to teach a senior? Yeah. Because every time.
You're actually leaving a staple to the next generation, bro.
And every single time I meet someone down the line from that same age group, they say, oh, you're the guy that mentored insert name here? Yeah. Oh, bro, so-and-so would talk about you all the time. Oh, I was with so-and-so the other day and we were doing XYZ and he brought up how he learned that in your office. That's crazy that I'm connected with you now. Yeah. And guess what? They now know what type of person I am, what I'm about,
I
what
knew
I'm
it when
for.
I got the message from, I knew who I'm going to go see.
Yes.
I offered I read that. I said,
because I saw it too. I was like, first, I didn't have the number saved. I'm like, oh, what is this person trying to sell me?
Right.
Let me read this whole thing. And I'm like, oh, I know. Now I know.
I get it.
And it's perfect, bro, because it's who you are. And if you're doing that for the younger generation to do that, bro, and it's vital, that information. Don't do what the Gorilla's marketing stand, what he did was learn everything, not really help and teach, and not put it into structure.
Right.
You're not then Stan, you're always going to be that position. You're never going to take it to boss level.
Who's gonna fill your position when you get promoted?
That. Who's going to do that?
You know,
that's the thing that I've always been programmed. I'm always thinking about elevating.
Yep.
So like, I think we're at the point where we're at ownership mentality now.
100%.
So I've always been like, we always spread love and knowledge and you know, you want to grow with us? I'll show you. Oh, look, this is what I used to do. Now I'll tell the girls, if I was a bottle girl, I'll sell all of you.
Yeah.
Because I know 100%. I got that.
Manda. That's what it is.
And I was a bartender. I used to sell more than the girls and get tipped more than the girls because I just had I had it, bro. And now going back to the culture thing, well, I don't think, I mean, again, there's going to be a few apples, but for the most part, anybody that we've ever managed in life has always loved us and said, oh, you guys were the best managers ever, blah, blah, blah. The culture thing, because we had the culture, whether the money was right or not right or
that comes,
whatever.
That's just,
because money's important.
That's parallel to it.
Yeah. So if you pay, if the payments are on time, if everything's, good with the money, then, the culture is a lot easier. But it's hard to have culture when finances are fucked. So,
now it's not culture. Now it's a buffer.
Yeah. Kudos to us because now it's survival.
Yeah.
So now it's like, damn, Mike and Stan, we're riding with you guys because it's you guys.
And we've heard that all our lives. Years.
Yep.
And I know it's that because it ain't easy to go work for other GMs or directors.
Yeah, bro.
They're snobby.
The expectations are different. You made a mistake. You hate going to work.
You made a mistake. You don't know how to pronounce that. I don't speak French, but I could pronounce it.
Right.
But let me show you what I did.
Right. Yeah,
let me show you how I learned. I went on YouTube and how do you pronounce it? And I got it. And then do you know what? I also went above and beyond. I know where it came from, what city it came from, what this.
Now you get into a conversation about it.
Now what's up?
Let's take the focus off how I said it.
Let me show you why I sell $5,000.
Yes.
Right? Let me show you why I know the whole menu.
There's no better feeling than whether leaving a place or outgrowing a place or just my time at that place is done and then going back to that place and seeing people I trained still there doing things that I showed them a certain way.
100%.
It happened to me with Diced, right? We had this thing called Diced University that we had put the program together. It was basically succession training. So anybody that was a shift leader, we wanted to make you ready to be a GM before there was ever an opportunity for you to be a GM, including the GMs, the AGMs, the associate managers, the kitchen managers, and the shift leaders. Anything in that upper succession, we were picking 9 people per quarter. And we had Diced University. That was a 3-month curriculum. And you would come in and learn how to be a GM. Wow. We started with all the GMs. Right. Okay, now we set the foundation, the standard. This is how the expectation is. Now we'll do the AGMs. And then guess what? The day of tomorrow, the GM's going on vacation for 2 weeks. Don't worry about that store because the AGM knows how to do everything that guy or girl knows how to do. 100%. And you're setting people up for success.
Yeah.
And there's times now where I go and I'm like, oh, let me go grab a quick bite at Diced. And I walk in and I'm like, oh shit, so-and-so, what are you doing? Oh, I'm the GM now.
Nice.
Damn, you were the front of the house shift leader when I was here.
That's nice.
You grew.
Awesome.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm always doing the open hand because we don't point here. Oh, fuck, you remember that? No, it takes me off guard, right? Like, wait, where'd you learn that?
I say that.
Little things like that. Oh, we surpassed the expectations by 1%. I tell everybody that works here the same thing. Brother, this is real goosebumps, right? Like, what's that feeling? Like,
you can't. There's no money that can buy that.
I don't remember what I used to make at Diced.
Yeah.
I remember everybody by name that took Diced University.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Same thing, at other places or even beyond that. Rockwell wise, you know Moda, right?
Yeah.
I don't think you've met Moda. Maybe you did once or twice at Pila. Bro, this guy was like my right hand. And the day of tomorrow, COVID kind of helped with this process. And he was outgrowing what we were doing here. And I saw that. And a lot of people were telling me like, yo, how are you going to keep Moda on board? I'm not. What are you going to do? Fucking watch him soar like an eagle like he is.
Yeah.
I mean, I took him from a pigeon to an eagle, and now you're telling me to shove him in a cage?
Yeah.
Why would 100%. We build this eagle?
Yeah.
Now he's in a completely different industry, e-commerce, crushing it, fucking crushing it, probably making more money than me. Hey, Mona, we got to talk. We gotta fix this.
Facts.
But
Mona, call us too.
We're still best of friends today. It's not like he left me, fuck this guy, blah, blah, blah. I have no problem with people outgrowing.
Yeah.
As long as it's in a growth process. Yeah. Now, there's 100 other examples that we can, throw under the bus, but that's not what this is about. Yeah. It's to talk about the growth cycle of it. So, progress, growth, expansion. I think every establishment needs to constantly find ways to provide this to their 100%. Staff and make it forward facing where they know, hey, this matters to me.
100%.
It matters that you progress, that you grow, and you expand. If you want to be this for the rest of your life, this isn't the place to work.
100%.
Because it's not.
It's not.
It might be the position you're at for 20 years,
100%.
but that doesn't mean you're not going to learn all this other shit that you could apply one day if an opportunity presents itself. Yeah. We talked about staff. We talked about SOPs. We talked about training. We talked about service, hospitality. I now want to kind of tie all of that Okay. You guys have both worked at extremely elite properties, right? A couple that was mentioned in the beginning of the show. And these environments, I've never been in a super high-end, fancy type of hospitality. It's always been a little more conservative, open, wharf style, right? Roll up your sleeves and get it done, right? Whatever. What does everyone think managers do? You stand around, you look cute. We were unclogging toilets. We were picking up pews. We were dealing with fights. Like, you name it, right? That's more my wheelhouse. But you guys have been on those elite properties. And with those elite properties, I could just imagine dealing with certain clientele is extremely stressful. Okay.
I mean, the Hamptons wasn't, even though it was a $2 million membership per person.
Okay.
And they still had to pay for everything.
Okay.
But they had to sign a clause in there that they have to respect the staff. And
they were actually looking for people that weren't so, do you need this? Do you need that? Yeah. Give me the service, but like...
But be a human.
Be casual. They want casual because everybody up there was extremely nice and a sweetheart.
It's the book you just said, Unreasonable Hospitality. It's 11 Madison Park, right?
Yes.
It's the 4-star restaurant, but we're going to treat it a little different here.
Yeah, like more like... you know, they were very casual, bro. Very nice sweethearts. I thought I was expecting some of them to be like that. Some are a little more to themselves.
Sure.
Those are the ones that, here's your drink, sir. And let me know if you need anything else. And that's it.
Stress or not, I would say that in the right word, I guess, would be high pressure.
Yeah, high pressure.
Yes. You got to deliver.
100%.
You're expected to deliver, and you're not going to, you know, you're going to hear it if it's not done to a certain standard.
100%.
So what I wanted to ask was, what does it take to open and operate elite properties like these in these high pressured environments? What does that consist of?
It comes from the top. You know, you got to have great management. The team in the management has to be great. If the team is great, then the staff and employees trust you.
Okay.
That has to be the one of the core things for me. Trust me to lead this plan, because then you have to come up with the plan of execution, right? So if I have the plan and you trust me, then I could manage and deliver it this way, but also making sure that whoever's running lead or whoever the person at the top is, if I don't have people around me that are not smarter than me, I'm not going to be able to do this the right way.
Correct.
If I think I'm Mr. Know-it-all.
I love being the dumbest in the room.
That's what you taught me.
That's the rooms that you need to be in.
You know what? I'm not that guy. Let me learn.
Yes.
And I understood now. I felt better with you on my team. I was like, I'm ready to go to war with anybody. Granted, other people like they didn't understand that concept.
Sure.
You understand?
There's a lot of things he doesn't understand.
Bro, you had it. You had a good team when we could have taken it to another level if you were smart.
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
100%.
So it starts with trust, leadership. What else? What else kind of ties into that?
I honestly have to say also, a student, like you know, learn from the people around you as well. But training, all that, I think all that comes with, you know, those are just given things to me. Like, you know, training, learn this, learn that, like, you know,
attention to detail.
You know, attention to detail, like, you know, like if you're a server, you kind of know that comes with the manual.
Sure.
Where, but all those other core values, I think, are the more, you know, the culture. You know, you got to trust your people, and then having the right person and making sure that you can learn something off of it, because you just can't be looking at one frame. Look at all 5 frames.
Yeah. And especially not just forever.
100%.
Flip through the movie. It's 100%. Nice. All right, so we've talked about the high stressful environments or high pressured environments, and I think there's a pressure that we have all faced, right? Whether it's a significant other or a mom or a family member, right? And in this industry, there's a lot of missed Christmases, missed New Year's, missed holidays, missed everything at the end of the day, right? Because when people are celebrating, that's when we're working. Right? So how does, from both your opinions, balancing this professional leadership with personal life, family, legacy, etc., right? How do you do it in the best way? What works for you guys?
For me, I go day by day. I'm a father of 4. I got 4 beautiful kids. It's the toughest thing that gets mislooked at in this industry. The toughest, because I dive in. I go straight tunnel vision. I have to. I'm a hands-on person too.
You can't be attention to detail and picking up the phone from your daughter at the same time.
It's tough. It's the toughest. And, you see it with athletes, professional good athletes.
Yeah.
You think Michael Jordan was really, out of all the kids he had, he was in the gym.
Yep.
So I'm in the gym too.
Yep.
Nonstop. So it's one of the hardest things that I think in my 20 years plus in the industry that I'm learning how to balance it now.
Okay.
100%.
And what are some things that are helping you do that?
Spending more time. Like I just joined flag football with my son.
Okay.
And I remember when he caught his first ball, because we're doing the practices now, I'm like, God damn, you're trash. You suck. And I don't know who to be mad at, Am I mad at you for not knowing how to catch? Or mad at the dad for not taking his son to the park to go throw a fucking football?
Yes, absolutely.
Pay attention. Because the time ain't gonna stop for you.
Absolutely.
So now it's like, and my daughter, I got older ones too. Like they're grown. Like I'm missing certain little clips.
Yeah.
So that's what's helping me. And that flag football, it's everything to me. I'm sending him videos. I'm like, yo, you got to do this. I suck too, so I don't know. But I got the right people around him to put him.
Right.
Like, we practiced yesterday till like 10 p.m.
Love that.
It's beautiful because I can't get that and money can't give me that. Just to see him play that first football game, it's going to be everything to me. So it's dope. I
agree, man. I think how you do anything is how you do everything, right? That saying or whatever. And attention to detail and being focused and being present. When you're at work, you're at work.
Yeah.
When with your fam, you're with the fam.
Yeah. And
I think there's a little bit of that I've learned recently. Where it's like, have things in place, accountability to be able to allow that time.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, if you're going to start your own business, you have to be working 24 hours a day, 8 days a week. That's a lie.
That's a lie.
That's a lie. You have to work harder than you would anywhere else.
Yep.
You have to bust your ass. You have to outwork everyone. No one gives a fuck. If you feel like shit, no one cares. You got to work. Yep. If you're late to the party, fuck you. You had something to do. Yep. No one cares, right? That's part of it. But you also have to learn and say, hey, 2 Sundays from now, I have this big flag football game with my family.
Yep.
And I'm going to leave my phone with Mike that day. Because if someone needs to get a hold of me, Mike should be the only one that has your daughter's phone number, let's say, or whatever, right?
Right.
And that's what I do with Jess's phone.
Yep.
Hey, Julian, here's my phone. Unless you die, my phone shouldn't ring.
Yeah.
And then he knows to call my girlfriend if there's an emergency.
Yeah.
But now I can be present
at
that Sunday beach day with, my girlfriend's family or whatever.
Because you know
how we are.
Disconnect.
You know how we are. You're going to be checking the phone.
Like this email or this
any
text.
little email comes in, you want to get on it right now. Nah, you don't need the answer right now. They ask for you to let them know by Wednesday. It's Sunday, chill.
Yeah.
Do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be present today.
Yeah. Nothing really happens. That's the crazy part.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts. When you go to learn that and you start applying it to yourself, you realize like, how much added stress and bullshit have I put on my life for the last 20 years for no reason? If I just organized and structured my time.
Just straight up.
And you can just do all of it, but just don't try to
up.
do all of it at once.
Yeah.
Or at the same time.
Yeah,
and I think that's one thing that I learned on that topic. Advice for someone that wants to break into this game. Hospitality, nightlife. What would be some advice? There's 17-year-old Stan listening right now. There's 15-year-old Mike listening right now. They're both like, they looked at each other. They were like, yo, hospitality sounds cool. Yeah, it's all right. What advice would you give them right now?
What would you give? I know what I'll give. Know your true worth. Stan, know your worth. Put in the hard work, but there's a number for your hard work and know your worth.
I wanted to be a bartender, I was always making the drinks in the family parties. And I actually wanted to be a bartender or a DJ because in the parties, I would put the little, this is back when the CDs were in the mixers.
Yes.
I would put the CDs and play the music. And then I would go make drinks for my uncles. And then I would make drinks. And I'm like,
the life of the party.
Yeah. And then I saw Cocktail when I was fucking, 8 years old. So I'm like, damn, Tom Cruise is the coolest guy ever. I'm like, I want to do that.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? But then, and you're getting a job. I had plenty of odd jobs. And I'm like, this sucks making $12-14 an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go be a bartender.
Right.
And then, you make what you make in 2 weeks, you make in 1 day.
Yeah.
And
you're hooked.
Flirting with girls. And you're cool. You're like, whoa.
You're hooked.
I'm out of here, bro.
Don't call me back. No, I don't quit. Don't worry about it. You never knew me.
No. So
don't call me back.
But yeah, just know your worth.
Know your worth. Know that there's more out there than what you see right now,
100%.
Regardless of the lens that you're looking through. And always try to progress, grow, and expand. So, all right, amazing. On that same token, I want to dive into maybe individual lessons. Are there any top lessons that stick out when I painted that picture right now? Is there anything in the 20 plus years you both have in the hospitality industry, a specific lesson, something that stands out that you're like, I'm glad I learned that when I did? Mike's nervous. Mike's looking at you like,
because I think we have a similar lesson.
I think I had.
You were actually part of the lesson too. You were there
we
for
all
a
learned the
while.
lesson together. Recently.
Yeah, we were somewhere that took advantage of us for a long time and
know your worth.
Painted
that
the
was
picture.
the lesson you learned. That's why now you're telling young Stan that.
Painted the picture that like
100%.
if we're not appreciative of them, when it's like, we're working 7 days a week for you,
right?
And you're taking advantage of us. You're milking us dry, and then you're cutting up that towel that's dry, and you're selling that off, and you're not even giving us a piece of that profit.
Correct.
Like that's how much you've milked us.
Yeah.
I mean, you
forget the profit, just the expense at that point.
Yeah. I mean, so that answers that. That was a lesson learned in my life.
100%, me too, and that would never happen to me again.
So something that we've never talked on or off the camera, right? Mm-hmm. There were signs, weren't they?
There were signs. We ignored them all. We knew they were there, but we purposely
ignored it.
In the beginning, it's like, no, it can't be. It can't be. But then eventually it got to the point where like, we're so invested. Like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel because they're dangling this fruit.
Sure.
And then we're like at this point where we're this deep.
We're in too deep.
Yeah, we're in too deep. But then, don't
get, I see the signs and all. And it was letting it go. Like and don't get it twisted till the day. Sometimes I see certain things and it's like, damn.
Yeah. PTSD.
I built the whole thing. Don't play with me. 3 times for you. From top to bottom.
Yeah.
And I see it and I'm like, PSD, right? PTSD. Absolutely, I have it.
Yes.
Till this day. Anything I do with anybody, I seen that play. I saw some guy. It's so funny. Just recently at work, there were some guys that they told me, "Yo, Stan, these guys are out here just to listen through the meeting." The big boss said they want to listen to the meeting, and I'm sitting here like this, and I'm like, "Yo."
He's like, "I've seen this before.
I've seen this play before."
I'm like, oh.
So Mike goes up and he goes, "Yo, should we A, B, C, D?" He goes, "Who? Man, no, man. Them nigga." I'm like. Be careful. I got it.
Because I've seen this.
We've seen that.
I'm at this new venue, cleaning it up, doing it. I could give you my Bible, but I be careful because I don't know how to give that Bible up right now.
Right.
Because this is it.
Yes.
This is 20 years of experience. This is Slumdog Millionaire, baby. I got it for you. Be careful, but it's mine.
Yeah.
There's a price for it.
So I think one of the biggest lessons there, send it over. I think the biggest lesson there is, and I've done a lot of this in the last 24 months. And God has blessed me with lifestyle changes, and it's don't ignore the signs. Mm-hmm. If you feel something,
tough too.
It's tough. If you feel something,
tough.
If you see something, if you know something's not right, but the situation's just good enough to keep you there, listen to yourself. Because look.
You saw the signs. Or nice signs.
I ran the hell away from it. The first sign I saw on that highway, I got off the highway real fast. I left the car on the highway. And I said, fuck this shit.
Ran off the highway.
I'm walking home. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the first sign I saw. Yeah. And I too stayed, mostly because of what we had going on.
The culture.
The culture that it was like, well, you know what? Hopefully this guy just lets go of the wheel completely and we could actually drive this car to success.
And you did your thing.
We were almost there.
We cheered for you. When I heard all those things, I was like, fuck yeah.
I'll take it. Yeah. All right. So biggest lesson there is watch out for the signs, read the signs carefully, and don't ignore the signs, which 100%. I think is the big part there. Okay. All right. So last question. Actually, last 2 questions, and they're opposites. Biggest epic fail in your career? I want each of you to have one.
Oh, when I left the casino.
Okay.
Because I was like, I thought I was my Instagram name was Sam Rothstein from the movie Casino.
Yeah.
When did you ever not see me in a suit between that period of my life?
Correct.
Yes. I was always in a suit.
Yes.
And
love that.
And so I got a big severance. I left and I went to go see Alex in Boston. I went to Vegas after and I was just like lost. I'm like, what do I do in life now?
Yeah, your identity was taken.
I was like, I'm like, I didn't even think about the Instagram name, but that's who I was. That was my identity. And then that was huge, man. I was like, what do I do? Like I was so lost. Because I'm like, I don't want to be a manager at a, I was a director in a casino. Fucking 25 years old. And then I was like, that really shook me to my core. And then, I figured it out. And then it's funny because I ended up, just to like fuck with myself, I ended up becoming a busser in a nightclub. Because they're like, be a promoter or be a busser. Nothing against promoters, but I can never be a promoter in my life.
Nothing stable.
Yeah, so I became a busser. That was like being from top of the food chain to being the bottom of the food chain. But what did it teach me? It taught me how the operation of a nightclub works.
Now you can manage it.
So now, like, I've seen, especially a smaller venue like this is light work, bro. Yep. I know how to run a nightclub.
Yep.
It's easier than anything else I've ever done. Because at least, 100%. Other places have
different
food.
Language, but a lot easier to learn.
Yeah, a lot easier to learn. I mean, there's different components, but at the end of the day, when you're just dealing with strictly alcohol, no food, and, it's easier in some ways.
It's a dimensional formula. It's like
correct.
A linear formula versus the casino is this.
Yeah, the casino is just...
And it all goes together.
It's like me coming from restaurant. I was birthed in a restaurant. You can't tell me to run a club.
You're right.
So you dealt with the lady that wants...
Where's the appetizer?
You dealt with the lady that's looking for warm bread. The whole night?
Yes.
She wants carrot juice. We don't even have carrots in the building, but she wants carrot juice.
And you got to figure out
that. You know what I'm saying? You come from that, nightclubs are light work. You're crazy. Here's Tito's and Red Bull on the rocks.
The worst part, I guess, is the hours. No stranger to anybody in Miami at that point. So, all right. Do you have an epic fail?
Epic fail? I can't say it was an epic fail because I wouldn't be here where I'm at now, but getting fired from the SLS where I met Mike.
Fire.
Yeah, I got let go for drinking, remember? And I don't drink. No.
Plot twist.
Yeah, that was the plot twist. And I got an offer to go to the Hamptons.
Oh, nice.
So I thought it was because that was the first time I don't dabble with management. People think, of course, everybody wants to be managers. Everybody wants to be management. Do you know that we make the least amount of money and work the hardest?
With the most accountability and the most hours.
I got waitresses, waiters, sometimes busters, bartenders walking out with 2 times as much as I am.
There wasn't a bartender at the wharf that made less money than me.
That's what I'm saying. Like it don't add up. So it was scary for me to dabble in it because I have a lifestyle. I'm used to making 8 to 10 grand as a bartender or a server a month.
Right.
Easy.
Right.
Not blinking and not worrying about anything. All I got to do is learn the menu.
Right.
Perfect. And I'm going to go deep. Probably talk their language.
Make people laugh and have a good time. That's it.
Wow.
Light work.
So getting fired from the SLS was my first time going towards management. Let me dabble in. I get clipped for this. I'm like, man, you guys are racist. This, that. I went in and then I ended up going to the Hamptons and I was in an elite place.
So epic fail, but like everything, God had a plan.
Epic win.
And there was an epic 100%. Win at the end of the failure. That's the reason for the question in the segment. If you fail, you're expected to. It's what you do after that you're able to accomplish that failure to laugh about.
Yeah.
Because then this could have been different if Stan just starts crying and he's like, I've never lived down my failure. I've been on the street since 2011 because of that stupid drink I never had. Yeah. Right? And that wasn't the story. So there's to me, I'm always looking for ways to provide values to 17-year-old me. Mm-hmm. Because I remember at 17, I wanted to do what I'm doing now. And like, what career do I pick at FIU for what we're doing now?
Yeah.
YouTube. I mean, even back then, now maybe there's enough shit, but back then, like, where would I learn?
They were teaching
how to book talent.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? You want to be an agent?
Yeah.
Like
that was all guerrilla learning,
right? Yeah.
That was all your math.
Of DJs. Yeah. What is that? What do you mean? What's management of it? That unknown drove me nuts.
Yeah.
And if I would have been able to have a little bit of clarity, hey, it's okay to fail. Hey, it's all right if you're 17 and you don't know what you want to do for the rest of your life. Like, these are all pressures that society put on us that, like, every once in a while, hearing the old dude going bald with the fresh beard, like, hey, it's okay. Like, I needed that back then.
Yeah.
So that's now why it's a big part of what I do here. So what do you love about this industry?
Me, because we're very few in this industry that actually like the job for the job, not just for the money. The money's good, right? But for the job, I actually like to host. I love to host and leave that memorable experience. Not even such a Disney World memorable. Just like you came here, you unplugged with me, and you went home and damn, I'm glad I went to go see Stan. I feel better.
Yes.
Everything to me.
Being part of that formula.
Oh, everything to me. Everything. Whether I get a bachelorette party full of girls waiting in line and say, let's go to sit down. What are we doing? Here's 3 champagne. Bring her aside. You're getting married. Beautiful.
And she wasn't expecting any of it.
Yes. Everything to me.
Expecting to wait the line.
Yes. You going home and you remember that was the black guy with the tattoos that gave us a damn bottle in the house. So cool.
Yes.
That.
I like dealing with people. I've always been a people person. But going back to that, just leaving the amazing experience. I'm all about somebody coming out. Because every time you link up with me, there's a good chance you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
I can attest to that.
And the funny part is, because we have 2 different, we like to leave that memorable spirit, but I'm more an operational part of it. Mike's more of a verbal.
And personal. Yes.
And that's where I know that's not my strength.
Right.
I'll get it ready for you.
Right. I'll lob it up.
Hey, did you see the extra birds come out at the end? That was me, nigga. And you're yapping your mouth to the guy like, yo, this is what we do for you. This is what we do.
The birds, bro. The birds.
The birds. Look at the birds.
You can keep one if you want.
And he's great at that. And that's why I feel that, there's a good 2 different perspectives. Because I like it on an operational point.
Yes.
I like to do it that way.
And as a consumer, you want both.
100%.
The fact that you're getting both in 2 different ways
100%
is part of the magic.
100%.
Sure. What is something a DJ has done in the past that caused you to never want to book them again? This is keeping in mind now the viewer is maybe a DJ that works in Miami, maybe 17-year-old future DJ. What's something that happened to you guys and you were like, this guy's not coming back?
Well, show up late.
Punctuality is human.
That is because for the venue to open and there's no music on,
you're nuts.
Even if it's 3 minutes, even if it's 30 seconds, the second the venue opens the doors, the music
I'm
should
already
be playing.
freaking out when my light guy. If I open at midnight, I would love my DJ to be there at 11:45.
Yeah,
that's beautiful.
11:30
is sweet spot.
11:30, go pee, go grab a Red Bull. 11:45, music on. Now my staff's already in a vibe when the doors open.
My light guy has come in very on time. He does that. He comes at 11:30. He knows the beach is traffic. Put on
Party's
some
gonna be
tunes. Put on my tunes. I'm happy because Mike had to do the light a couple days ago, and he's on and we get it. There's emergencies.
Sure,
not my problem.
Yeah, no, and it better not be happening all the time.
I don't know how to do that.
Because now you're the emergency.
Yeah. I don't know how to do that. Then I look like an idiot. But now my dog FaceTime, so it is very.
I got it under control.
I got lights.
I applauded.
No, I got lights.
But that is so important for me.
Don't get me in the sound academy. What I say?
Come out here and fire all the DJs.
What I would say to the younger generation or the younger DJs, know who's who. Know who's who.
Yeah.
Right? Because I don't especially Stanford, I don't walk around like my shit don't stink, and I don't walk around like I own the place. Yeah. I'm the one that doesn't say anything.
Oh, yeah.
And if you're smart enough and you can read the room, you'll know he's the guy that you shouldn't be. Not I don't want you to, don't treat me like Caesar, but respect me.
Of course.
Don't tell me who the fuck am I, or if I don't want this drink next to the DJ mixer stuff and the mixer, I'm not telling you because I don't want you to drink anything. I don't want you to damage anything.
Yeah, that
because
you now
if
have to
you do it, they're gonna think it's okay to lay a drink down. So don't put a drink there.
Yes.
So who are I'm never hiring you again. No problem, dog.
Calm
down,
DJs
bro.
that come in like sweethearts are my favorite.
The sweethearts, bro.
Yeah, some of these DJs,
you're good people, man.
They come in with these egos. Like first of all, I know DJs that are 100 times bigger than you. And they are 1,000 times nicer than you.
Yes.
Yeah, don't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like a diva, bro.
Like you're hot now, bro. But in 6 months that can all change.
It's all gone. Especially if people don't want to mess with you. If you're not nice and you're an asshole,
yo, bro,
chances are you are going to fall off.
When you're that person, my hospitality, this is your home, my boy.
Yeah, we take care of you.
Like there's people on your Zilla, my family. All he has to do is send me a text message. I know he's coming. Yo, next level. I know they're coming. There's a bottle. There's your water. Don't ever ask me. I feel insulted if it's not there while you're playing. Ask them.
Yeah,
they know how I am.
Know.
I can't. That's a pet peeve of mine. But they're gentlemen. They're nice. They say hello. They go say what's up to the bosses, you know, like, it ain't, it's just a sign of respect. I'm coming to your house, I'm gonna say what's up to the owner.
Yeah, like I say hi to everybody when I show up to work. I just walk in.
We say hi to everybody.
I say hi to everyone when I go out to have fun.
Yeah, me too.
I'm walking into a place, I'm saying hi, like you know, because at the end of the day, that security board as fuck at the door hasn't spoken to anybody in 2 hours.
Yeah.
You saying hi to him might have changed his whole shift.
Yeah, exactly.
He had a great
100%.
shift now because of it.
No,
right? And on the work side, obviously, it's a level of respect. Like, you guys are all here working. For me, quote unquote, in your eyes, I don't own the place, but you know, I get it. Let me respectfully say hi and thank you for being on time.
That's it.
You know,
thank you.
It's awesome.
Amazing.
I tell every DJ, when you show up to a gig, dude, you want to get booked again? Yeah. Then make sure that person knows who you are.
That's it.
And make sure they like you by the time you leave. And that doesn't mean pull out a magic trick from your bag and start fucking juggling and saying like, look at me.
But
just like, hey, I'm so-and-so. I wanted to introduce myself before I got on.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you, man. Hey, do you mind if I grab your number? And I want to make sure you have mine throughout the night. If I'm doing something that you don't want me, please just send me a text. I don't want you to have to walk through the whole room to tell me something.
Legendary.
Shoot me a text. I'll make sure that I get out of that bag real fast.
And it's so important that I get the whole sign, play this music. I get that.
Sure.
My guy, if I'm asking you.
You're right.
That I need this song to play it. I'm not asking you.
I'm telling you.
I need that song
to be played.
Yes. So you tell me, I got you right now.
Yes.
Yo, I need a theme song to come out with this bottle. Don't be mad at me.
Behind it all, right? You didn't buy the table.
You
don't want the theme song.
That guy just spent $15K.
Yes.
He's paying all of us.
Right.
Know your people.
Right. This is how your check's going to be here on Friday.
I'm not telling you, and I'm not trying to annoy you. I'm asking you to help me have this whole operational process done because Mike is talking to the $15,000 guy.
Yes, and he's running out of jokes.
And if I don't have
the pressure is on.
And then he's like, yeah, so the fucking song, right? Yeah. It's my favorite song too. I'm wondering when the fucking DJ is gonna play.
And then he's looking at me like, what the fuck is the song? And I'm having this
discussion. And you're looking at the DJ like, what the fuck is the song?
Help me. Know who the person is in the room. Don't only move for the boss. It's the operators. The boss is the boss.
Yes.
He just sits there and just watch.
Really do anything.
He doesn't even know how to do it. But he knows that he trusts the operator. So trust the operators or new DJs that are coming to any venue or old DJs or DJs that have all this ego. Calm down and know who your people are.
That has to do with the writer.
100%.
Right? The writer was an indirect way of showing that you have an ego, but you can still show up and be nice.
Yeah.
And this new generation was like, oh, I get it. If you show up and you act like your shit don't stink, then they'll respect you.
Yeah.
And that almost worked for like a couple years.
Yeah.
And then the game changed.
Yeah.
And everybody got exposed.
100%.
And it was like, no, be a human first, be a DJ second. Not be a DJ first and not be a human.
That's it.
It just won't work.
Because if I'm in your house, that also goes with the hospitality, right?
Right. Which is
if I'm in your house, right, and you're my DJ, and I'm in your house, or you're in my house, and you're my DJ, and I tell you, yo, play this song, you're gonna play it,
right?
Right? Oh, so that's the only way it works. Mm-hmm. No, this is still my house too, my boy.
Yep.
Help me,
and even worse,
I swear to God,
I didn't invite you over to have a good time. I paid you to be here to provide a service for my guests.
That's it. Yeah. That's all. That's all.
How were you two introduced to each other?
We met at SLS in Brickell. He was working there, and I was bartending through a staffing event, a staffing company.
Got it.
Hated staffing companies.
And
then
they're the worst to deal with.
The worst in the world. But I was unemployed, and
they treat you all like shiggas. They don't care. They have a whole Rolodex of people, and it's next.
It's literally like that. So I worked there, and
what happened.
I was trying to get a job. You know, I was, hey, hook me up. He blew me off like an asshole. So then I saw the food and beverage director, Eric, for the East Coast of SBE. I'm like, I know my ranks. I know what a director is.
Right.
And he's not a director
from the casino.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's not
I know he's not just running this building. He's running all the buildings East Coast for SLF.
He's got to have a job
If
somewhere.
he can't get me in this building, there's 6 more buildings on South Beach that he has. This is the guy. So everybody cleared out. I was just with him to then moving chairs, lawn chairs on the pool area. Like, you know, he could have people do this shit, but he's the one doing it. And I stayed with him to the end. Like, everybody left at 9. I was there till like 11:30.
Love that.
He looking at me like, I can't get rid of this fucking kid.
He remembered you.
And then he hired me. He gave me the job.
There you go.
And then
I was like, how the fuck did he get the job?
Now you answer him and you're like, hey, man, how did this happen, dude? All right, so that's amazing. I'm sure there's times, you guys are really good friends. Mm-hmm. And you can see that on and off the camera. There's no hidden, message there. I'm sure you guys have disagreed before. So something I want to touch on is how do you navigate these tricky situations? How do you handle conflict in this business, right? Hospitality, when you're dealing with people that you're close to?
I don't think we've gotten into fucking shitload of fights. It's mainly my characters, because Mike, he's a real mellow person, very like, why do you have to talk like that? Like, you don't have to, sometimes it's your own fucking mistakes, and that's why I am that way. So you got to also recognize that too. Yeah. But I don't think we've ever gone a shift where like I'm not talking to you, or I'm not gonna back you up. It's we'll squash it right there. Like I've even got like, yo, my bad. You're right. Okay. If we're gonna do that, we should do this on the side. We can't let our staff or our people know that it's just very rare. We don't have that ego, bro. Like if I messed up, I messed up. Nigga, you know why I'm mad? Well, this is why. You heard me out. My bad. Right. Now, okay, nigga, then my bad. Mm-hmm. And then we keep it pushing.
Love that. So I think the most important thing there that you said is approach relationships, especially that you're close to, with no ego.
No ego.
Right?
Absolutely.
And you said something that was even more important than that, which is keep it closed doors.
100%.
Smile and hugs, and you guys can go fight in the break room.
100%.
All you want, where nobody knows.
And we usually do that with a bottle of tequila.
There you go. Leave that part out. The tequila, not the clip. Leave the clip in. All right, amazing. All right, so Mike, I've known you for over 15 years. You've seen me build this agency from scratch when we're talking about Rockwell talent. Literally, we've been around 12. I've known you 15 plus. Cool kids days. Yeah. What's your biggest memory of Rockwell within the last 12 years of Rockwell?
I think it was, there's a lot of fun times. Yeah. I mean, I think it was the Rockwell showcase at Mansion.
Okay. That was one of the big nights for us,
shout out Paulie in the building.
Yes.
Yes. But I think that was one, because for our time, like Mansion was one of the biggest clubs. And for us to get into Mansion is like, well, look, we made it finally. Yes. Because, we were the little guys back then, to these conglomerates.
Yes.
The people that were running Space and Opium Group and all that. And then that showcase was fun because, we came out. Everybody came out. And that was before, again, the Instagrams and all we had was, hey, yo, swing through.
Yeah, we're doing this.
We're doing this. Please come show love. We finally,
You know what that night did for me? Seeing the brand on a prestigious level with a venue like Mansion, right? It was on the marquee in the front.
I remember that.
On the screens.
Yeah.
So you were in there.
Seeing it on the marquee.
And be like seeing it, like seeing these guys play, cool, it's another booking. But my brand, like this brand is on that screen right now. Yeah. Wow. Like last week, Deadmau5's brand was there.
Yeah, 100%.
And now it's
M2 now for you youngins. It used to be called Mansion back in the day, back in our days.
All right. And then Stan, quick question on your end. We connected recently, but right away, I respected how you moved and how you did things. What was your first impression of working with me and Rockwell?
The professionalism that you guys had, the attention to detail on every single question. If there was a problem, you had a solution right after.
Nice.
I appreciated that, especially I'm heavy ops. I love operations. I love to see how the whole thing works and why it works in certain ways, and bringing that entertainment core to it. And the people, because I became friends with a lot of the people without even knowing they were working for Rockwell Talent. Right. Mike just came along and became one of my best friends and business partners, and had a connection towards you where he let me know and I got information. But what I got off of it is they're people that I like, respectable to, they know the room, they play to the room, never disrespectful, always on time. I don't think I've ever had one of your DJs ever run into a situation or had any type of ego. And that whole brand came towards it. Because I'll be one of the first person to, if it rubbed me wrong or I'm having a situation, I'll be the first person to be like, don't ever bring that fool around me again, dog.
Bad
energy.
I
have zero time for that.
Yes.
I'm dealing with the lady that lost her ID a month ago.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
I don't even have the time for that, you know?
I love that.
And when there was money that was owed or something like that, it wasn't like, because some people think because we have these high positions that we're the bank and then it's my money. Matter of fact, he owed me money. Too.
Right.
Maybe you might talk
Same
to
bank was owed.
I've never seen where it's been uncomfortable. Like, yo, I need where it always came professional. Like, yo, the money has to be paid, but somebody from somewhere came and it was somebody like you, professional, this. So for me, if I was going to say one word, absolutely professional, very detailed and very respectful to the venue. Like 100%.
Obviously anybody would love hearing that, but I especially love hearing that because it's things that we go out of our way to make sure we are working.
Absolutely.
And that there's attention
and
to.
You could see it.
And if Julian were to have these conversations with you, it'd be the same thing.
I could trust Rockwell like I could trust fucking Amazon.
Love that.
100%.
A fucking take. That's a clip.
Yeah.
That's the main clip of the whole thing.
All right. Last segment. I end every show with this. Okay. I'm big on, and I actually don't even know about you, but we're both strangers. I'm big on inner child. I personally like to take every guest of Rock Talk back to your childhood. Is there anything that pops out that you're like, oh shit, I love this and this today? It could be about work. It could be about books that you like reading. It could be a color. It could be anything. But take it back to that inner child. I want you to be that child right now.
Well, going back to the family thing, remember when I told you I would either be making drinks or play the music when the CD... There are CDJs, the ones that actually put the CDs in back in the day.
And if you put it on top, it wasn't that. But if
this one opened up and you put the CD and you closed it.
Okay.
So like I would play, like I had an ear for like freestyle music when I was like 8 years old because I used to listen to it with my, my parents, they're split up, but I would listen to a lot of old school music. So like I would play the music from their time and they'd be going crazy and I loved it. But, I'm assuming that kids my age weren't listening to it, but just to give you where I'm going with this is, now when I hear DJs in the club play it or anything, or I hear it on the radio, it takes me back because it puts me in the 80s and I wasn't even alive in the 80s, or like in the early 80s, the Cocaine Cowboy days when this was playing in the club. So like, I go into the 70s and 80s and I'm in the club, like the old, like Studio 54.
Yes.
Like I saw that movie with my dad when I was like 7 years old. And Studio 54 is not a movie for a 7-year-old to be watching.
100%.
So I saw it later in life. They came out with a documentary and I saw the documentary and I'm like, damn, like in my past life, I had to have been a character in Studio 54, bro. Cause like that was literally like the top tier, like hospitality nightclub of the world. It was Studio 54. Like, and you looked it up, Michael Jackson, Madonna.
Everyone was
like,
there.
You will never have a nightclub like as epic and as iconic as Studio 54 ever in the history of the world.
Not open to the public at least.
No.
I believe there will be members clubs in the future that matter.
But even then, like one time this guy showed up on a horse. They didn't let the guy in, but they let the horse in. Like only Studio 54 could get away with some shit like that. And it was
Roman Jones.
That's why he did it though. That's why he did it.
Straight up.
Shout out to him, man. He got away with it.
He bought the horse.
To
show that he wasn't cruel. He had to buy the horse. God bless. He's got a pet horse now.
For me, memorable childhood.
Not a childhood memory. An inner child moment where you're like, fuck, that makes sense.
Where it takes me to my childhood. I wouldn't say it's like Mike where he used to serve people or whatnot. I didn't serve anybody, but and it always happens to me in the club. Every single time I work, there's a moment that everything just slows down, gets quiet. Just like when I was a kid, you're at a family event or a party and you stop and you look and everybody's having a good time.
Yes.
That takes me to my childhood. So anytime when the night's dying down, I will sit down. I do it every night. I sit down and I will know how the night was, not just because of the sales, but just because of the environment. The music was dope. The vibe was good. Everything, like how a race car driver's racing and everything slows down. There's that moment. I get that moment every single time.
I always look around and I try to look for white teeth. Who's smiling? If the whole room's happy, this is a good room to be in. You know, you get a good energy, a good feeling from this room. So I'm glad I could take you both to these inner child moments. And, as freestyle plays, remember this inner child because I believe as humans, if we can reflect back to our childhood, more shit would make sense versus block off our childhood because that was when we were a child. No, we were the same human we are today. We've just evolved. But things that evolve still have to come from something, right? So, like, to me, there's a lot of things that I do today and I'm like, oh, I know why I like this. right? Or like in kindergarten, I was selling my grandmother's chicken. No shit, I was an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, like, duh, I'm in business.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I could have seen that coming, but you don't at that time.
You don't at that time.
You're
Yeah.
just living your own imaginary life, and now you're in reality. And 100%. Here we are, right? So, guys, thank you again for your time. This is the end of Rock Talk.
Amazing.
Stan, Mike,
appreciate
Mike Crucet,
you, brother.
Stan Knight, Stanford Knight. Paul will plug in all your socials, but if you want to shout them out, easy to remember. Go ahead.
I'm
plug yourself
Mr. Knight. I think, yeah, it's Mr. Knight. It's Mr. Knight, that underscore is the underscore. Mr. Knight __.
Amazing.
That's it. Hey, yo, big shout out. My mom got mad at that last podcast. Shout out to my dad, my mom, my brother.
Anything about it.
My wife and my 4 beautiful kids. I love you guys. You guys are my strength and the reason why I keep going.
Love that.
My name is Mr. Crucet, Mr.Crucet. Well, now that he said that, shout out to my mom, shout out to my family, my sister, my brother, my nephews, my nieces, everybody in life. I love you.
They were mad, bro. My mom was mad, bro.
I heard you talk about this guy, about that guy. Yo, what about the one
shout out to Rockwell.
Yo, it's so funny.
Rockwell.
Yo, shout out to Brian, Rockwell, and all the good team, man. I know a lot of you DJs, bro, and shout out to you guys. You guys got a great a leader, somebody that's very smart. I don't say that again because he's here, because I've actually worked with him. He's led me to different places that I've gone to now, and I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I'm honored to be here with you, brother, and share this episode with you wherever it takes me 60 years from now, and I can see it and be like, holy shit, I remember that.
It'll be the inner child because of how old we'll be.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when I was the
children now.
Shout out, man. Straight
guys,
up,
that's
brother.
Rock Talk.